Hi Stampers, my name is 𝘾𝙧𝙚𝙚𝙞 and I am from Stamping with Kelly, and I'm so glad that you're joining me. This video is recorded live, so you might see me interacting with people who are chatting. This is my monthly online card club, and it's August of 2024, and we are going to be crafting some projects together. If you don't have these projects, please reach out to me. I can mail them anywhere in Canada, and they're for free with a minimum $35 order, or you can purchase this month or past months for $20 per month, which includes all the prep supplies, and then you just complete the projects with adhesives, neutral ink of your choice, and then also sayings to go along with it. I sometimes throw in a couple other little technique features, but I'm sure that you have something in your collection that will work for that. So if you don't already have these project packets, please reach out to me. I would love to have you crafting along with me. And this video is going to be available forever on replay on Facebook and on YouTube as well. So I just need to make sure that my tech is working. Okay, I think that we are up and running. Yay, Priscilla, thank you. And I sound good too. I so appreciate that. I had to do a full restart of my computer, so the last 10 minutes have been really stressful, but now we're here and we're all together, and this is so wonderful. So I've actually been running my card club for over 17 years. I've been a demonstrator now for 17 and a half years in Canada, and we haven't always done it online though. So 4 years ago, something happened in the world that made everything shift to online. And you know what? I just love this so much that I can't go back to doing our card club in person, because it just means that so many more people can access this video and get to stamp along with me. I still do in-person classes, so please reach out and definitely contact me if you're in the Edmonton area, because I'd love to have you out to an in-person stamping event in my studio. There is a fabulous new catalog coming, and oh my gosh, you guys, it's going to be so much fun. So we're definitely going to have some events, starting with, I should mention this first and foremost, where's my cursor? There we go. So there's the mini catalog. I can't show you the inside of it, but isn't it fun? I love, love, love this catalog. So many beautiful things in here, and I'm really inspired, actually. I can't wait to start crafting with it. Everything is sitting over in my studio waiting for me to unpack it and go through it. But you know what? I have a few things that I need to get done in my life first, and I'm using that as a reward. Do you guys ever do that? It's like you have to do the hard stuff first, and then you get to do the fun stuff, Kelly. So I'm going to be delving into that, I'm sure, by the end of the week here, and maybe we should do an unboxing video. Would you guys like that? Comment if you would like to do an unboxing video. The first event, though, we were talking about in-person events. The first event that I have going on here for this new catalog is the mini catalog launch party. So set your calendars and please RSVP. I will put a link in the comments as well. And then I'm going to be emailing out the links. Right now, everyone who received a mini catalog from me or club cards from me received a little sign-up sheet with a QR code. You'll want to just scan that. That will take you right to the registration, and make sure you do that before August 26th, so you can enter to win all kinds of different prizes. We're going to be making one project, and again, this is a free event, so it's a really fun event to bring your friends to. We're going to be going through the entire catalog. You can see the items in person. I've ordered most of the catalog. I mean, let's be honest, I have. So you can see it in person. You're also going to get ordering specials if you place an order that night or the night before. The catalog actually goes live the day before. So on Wednesday, September 4th is when it goes live, and on Thursday, September 5th is when I'm having my catalog launch party. So I'll explain the ordering a little bit more. I'm going to have prizes that I'm going to be drawing for, and it depends how many people register. So I'm going to make it a really good ratio though, and I think you're going to be really excited about some of the prizes that I have in store for you. How it's going to work is you're going to earn tickets, And then with those tickets, you can choose what you want to enter into. So I'm going to have little bags attached to products. And if you want to enter your ticket in that, you're going to put it in that and then hold on to the one side of the number so you know which number is yours. And then we're going to go through at 8:30 and start drawing for prizes. So what I'm going to do is grab the tickets from that one product, grab one out of there, that's who wins it. And then after that, all of the tickets from all those products are going to go in one big special bowl, and I'm going to pull out one person who's going to earn a shopping spree. And I think that's going to be $20 shopping spree as well. So you can enter to win a few different ways for many different things. And I'm so excited for you to win some prizes and also for us to get together and do some crafting. It's so fun. We have so much to catch up on every time that we gather, don't we? So one ticket just for coming, one ticket for RSVPing by August 26th, one ticket for every $10 purchase increment, plus 3 tickets for every $100 increment. So if you purchase $100, you're actually going to get 13 ticket entries just from the ordering alone. 3 tickets for when you bring each new stamping friend, 10 tickets for booking a private stamping party with you and your friends. A kit class is wonderful for this. We can have it open-based so that they can select their own kits, or we can do it structured, or they can even do just one card of all these different kits that I have to offer as well. So just let me know what you want to do. We can also do cards that are designed by me. That's totally okay as well. 25 tickets for signing up to be a demonstrator. So you're saying, oh, Kelly, I don't live in Edmonton or that surrounding area. It's like, I really want to come to this, but I guess, this isn't for me. No, it's for you too. So I will prep the card, and you can make it with stamps that you will have at your in your stamping space, and you can actually enter to win as well. So again, you can enter to win just by coming. And by coming to the online event, it's not going to be like this. It's going to be just placing orders. Basically, there's not going to be a virtual component. So you'll get a picture of the finished card, and then you'll just make it off of the picture. One ticket for RSVPing by August 26th. One ticket for every $10 purchase increment still. So you can place your orders. So like I said, it's midnight on Wednesday, like in the middle of the night on Wednesday, that it actually becomes available. So you have all day Wednesday to place your order and all day Thursday up until 8 o'clock. If I don't receive your order by 8 o'clock, then I can't get the draw entries in for the prizes. And then, you're just not going to be entered to win. So you can still do that. Plus 3 tickets for every $100 increment. 3 tickets for bringing each new stamping friend. Well, I guess if you want to refer me and if your friend wants to place an order, then you can get 3 tickets for that as well. Just let me know who you are inviting to this ordering party. And of course, 10 tickets for booking a private stamping party, 25 tickets for signing up to be a demonstrator. So please note that the card club and the launch party are separate things. So they're separate ordering events. So you can't come to the launch party, enter to win, all that stuff, and then have that order count also towards your card club. So just remember, if you are a member of card club, that you're going to be wanting to reserve at least $35 in ordering to do as a part of card club. And that's so that you get your host benefits. I just had to make it fair with everyone. So please RSVP. It's going to be so much fun. I'm really, really looking forward to it. So we also have, of course, our bonus day redemption happening this month. So last month, with every $60 order increment, Stampin' Up! Emailed a code to you for $6 off in August. In August, there's no minimum spend to redeem your bonus days vouchers. But what I will say is make sure that your merchandise total, especially if you're placing an order online, make sure your merchandise total is over $35 once you redeem your coupon. So if you have it $35 and then you take off $6 vouchers, then that doesn't count towards you getting your card club for free. Okay, does that make sense? So it has to be the merchandise after any redeemed coupons and things like that. Same thing for the $100 special. And my goodness, August has flown by, and I just figured out what our August special was today. So if you spend over $100, you are going to get this fabulous designer series paper for free. Guys, this is a specialty designer series paper pack. So the merchandise value was, I think, $21. When you factor in shipping and GST, it was like $24.50. So do you guys remember this one? It's a specialty designer series paper pack because one side of this is all embossed with gold. I'll see if I can show you it here. It's never going to do it justice, but this is beautiful gold embossing. I'll show you the gold sides first. You get 4 of each of the sheets, and they're all 6 inches by 6 inches. This one here is a beautiful pretty peacock and gold. This one is gold and moody mauve. This one is, must be copper clay. Yes, I think so. Old olive and gold. I love these graphic patterns. Aren't they fun? Moody mauve. And this has got a whole bunch of colors in there. My camera's freaking out. This one's another pretty peacock and gold. Some old olive, pretty peacock, and gold and vanilla. Old olive and gold. This is, looks like copper clay again, and vanilla and gold. Now, that's all really fancy and exciting, but the thing is about this pack, the other side is just as gorgeous. So these are photorealistic pictures that are printed onto our designer series paper. So you've got lots of gorgeous imagery, and again, you've got 4 sheets of each of them, so you can choose to do some of them with the gold and some of them with the this photo backside. Oh, here, that looks better. Little library, aerial trees, like trees from above, tufted leather upholstery. Look at these cute pumpkins. I love them. This looks like a textile. It's got even like that ripple, but there's no texture to it. It's just the photography. We've got some great wood grain, these beautiful leaves. We crafted some beautiful cards with these, didn't we, when this was current? It's since retired, but I just love these ones. This one's got a lot of moody mauve in it. It's fun. I really like this sweater too. That just makes me feel so cozy. I guess it could be a blanket as well. It's knit anyways. And some nice books. This is great for scrapbooking, great for card making. And you know what, guys? Fall is nearly upon us. My husband the other day, he was such a downer. We looked around our entire backyard and he showed me all the leaves that are starting to change. And I was like, that's it. I don't want to talk to you anymore tonight. So also speaking of designer series paper, we have a sale right now on all the designer series papers in the annual catalog. I should say not specialty designer series papers, regular designer series papers. So which ones are those? Well, I'm so glad that you asked. And why is this not scrolled up? There we go. So we've got Bright and Beautiful, Countryside Inn, Country Lace, Country Woods, Full of Life. That one's been, I think, a really, really popular one. That's the colorful one there on the left-hand side. Lily Pond Lane, Mediterranean Blooms, Lovely Lavender. Some of these are carryovers. Did you recognize that? Take to the Sky. That's the airplanes, the retro airplanes. Thoughtful Journey. That's really beautiful watercolor images of like the lakes and things like that. To Market has all these like baskets, flowers, fruits, and vegetables. Unbounded Beauty I've used pretty much every month since the new annual catalog came out. That features our new in colors. But guess what, guys? We're not using it this month for some reason. Wildly Flowering we also used last month. And Winter Meadow, which is another carryover product. So Lots to choose from there, and it's great to get it at 15% off. Okay, so we also have these fabulous dies, and sorry, I'm just reading some of your comments. I'll come back to those in a second. So, oh, these are dies to go along with our paper pumpkin. So as a current paper pumpkin subscriber, you can add these to any order. If you want these though, just let me know. We can make sure that we get those for you as well. So if you want to see what those look like, then we've got this Everyday Celebration dies. It comes with 3 dies, and one of them actually coordinates with the kit that just came out. This kit was so popular, and it's actually available for purchase from me. I've got 4 more of these available. First of all, the box is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I opened this up last night, but I didn't have the one that I already opened, so I want to leave this closed, but maybe I'll do another video here, the unboxing. So it says, friends like you make life beautiful. You are simply the best. I'm lucky to have you in my life. Let's celebrate you. Hello. And then this beautiful image that goes with those dies. And then this is a fun little graphic image there too. The Stamp and Spot that you get with this one is gray granite, a nice core color in my opinion. And then these are the cards. It's called Painted Petals from July 2024. These refills sold out so quickly, I actually didn't get any of them. So the way to get it from me is to get a full pack. $35 for the full pack. Let's see, there we go. I'll stop moving this around. They're so beautiful. They're people are just raving about this kit. You get 3 of each of 3 different designs, and they all feature these gorgeous watercolored pieces that you pop up, create lots of dimension. So again, $35 for those if you want a full pack, and those are while supplies last. They're not available from Stampin' Up anymore, so just from me. We also have our brand new kit that just came out. This actually has a free stamp set in it. So this one has already shipped out. It's once again not available from Stampin' Up anymore. I do have extra kits available of this one as well. They're just not able to be sold quite yet. So September 11th is the date when I can actually sell those to you. But reach out to me and I'll be happy to reserve one for you. So Time for Cake, once again, you've got 3 different designs, 3 of each, and they've got really fun card layouts. So this one actually folds out. It's really cool. That one's got lots of like gold embellishments, and then this one here has a piece of cake with all these patterned papers for the different layers. So you have 2 different stamp sets, but they have these great little inserts here. You can actually fold these in half, and then you can put just a little bit of adhesive down the sides, and then it's the perfect size to have them in here, just like a pocket. And then you don't have to be storing big, huge cases for anything. They actually just fit right in there like that. So I learned that the other day. I can't remember where from, but this is the bonus stamp set here. All the numbers, which really come in handy. And this one here, Make a Wish, you lost count. So you'll see it on the card. There's like 1,000,000 candles, and it's like lost count. It's Time for Cake. Happy birthday, celebrate. Cute little balloons. This kind of sparkler look for the end of the candles, and 3 different pattern candles. Then here you get your Night of Navy ink spot, some rose gold twine. These are the printed bases for this middle card here. And then all the other pieces are elements that you'd put on top. We'll get to those in a second. Printed envelopes. And this is that piece that just folds out and keeps on going. Look at this. So you start off with 3, and then as they open it, it just becomes more and more and more and more. And you can say, lost count. Ooh, it's a little sassy, isn't it? So more printed paper. Here are the bases, and that's where the cake layers are going to go on there. I'll show you the cake layers in a second here. Some more of those pieces. This is a really subtle background. Let's see if the camera can pick it up. Can you guys see that? The little sparkler bursts. Here's those cake pieces, the different layers. Hooray! This is also one of the dies that they have in that 3-part die pack. So you can get that Hooray as a die too. This is actually a sticker, a cardstock weight sticker. So that's really handy. We got some little banners and tags to go on the different cards. And look at these cute rose gold embellished items, including the forks. Love those. And so every bit has some beautiful rose gold embossing on there. So again, that one's called Time for Cake. And you'll want to reach out to me so that you can get that bonus stamp set. I love free stuff. Free stuff is the best. They include 1 stamp set every month normally, and this one definitely has a nice perk to it. Okay, is there anything else that I wanted to share with you? I think that is it. Sorry, I'm ducking some of my lighting. That's why I'm look like I'm dodging out of the way here. All right, so let's make some room here on my desk, and you guys can get out your projects. The first project here is for people who picked up their projects from my house, or if you have them mailed. Postage is free. It's on me. It went up again. I didn't realize this, but my mail started coming back to me. I just waited at home, and so I was very surprised to find some of my own mail returned to me in the mailbox. But in May, they actually increased the price of postage, but that's another point. Anyways, when you purchase your club card from me or sign up to spend at least $35 a month, or even if you drop in and spend over $35 a month, you'll receive your card club from me for free. From me for free, and postage is free as well. If you choose to pick up your card packets from me, then you can get this bonus card. Or if you are having your items mailed, just reach out to me about getting this bonus project mailed to each month. It's just for a little bit of an extra fee. But like you said, you get an extra whole project to play with, right? So this is what our card is going to look like. And the funnest part is that it's got this little wobble on it. This is a product actually I got off Amazon, but it's really fun. And it can tell you, how shaky you are if you've had too many cups of coffee, if your cup of coffee is shaking. But let's put this project together. We've got so many cute things from our online exclusives that I'm going to be showing you tonight. Again, we've got different color combinations, so you might have, one of those. It is possible to get multiple sets of projects each month and just pay a bit extra. And when we do that, then I actually make sure that you get opposite colors in your packet as well, so that you can have different colors for the same card layout. This we're going to take and just take it up a little notch here. I'm going to take my 𝙧𝙚𝙧𝙚. This is a product that I just love. And I'm going to take the paintbrush and just flick it inside the lid. When I do that, it's going to put a little deposit of shimmery dots, speckles, on my project here. And when it dries clear, but can you guys see that there? I'm not worried about that center panel because we're going to have designer series paper down the center. So I'm just kind of doing 4 corners, a little bit down the sides. Now, if you wanted to add to your speckles, you can take your Stampin' Blends, or you could even take your Stampin' Write marker. Stampin' Write marker, this might damage your tips a little bit like this, but you can do the same kind of flicking. another way of doing it is to do like a controlled dot using the fine tip of your Stampin' Blend or your Stampin' Write marker. So Stampin' Blends, I'm using the coordinated color here, the Pecan Pie, and just doing some dots here. It's like little coffee grounds. All right, set that to the side here. The stamping that I'm going to do, you might want to lay out your designer series paper just so that you figure out, you know, how much space you've got going on. I'm using a stamp from the coordinating stamp set called Latte Love, and I'm using the Early Espresso ink. That's the darkest of the colors that are featured on this card. You could also use, you know, Lost Lagoon, that's the blue color. Petal Pink is the pink color. Lemon Lolly is the yellow. And this one here, I just said it was Pecan Pie. I was saying I just said it because I was trying to remember what I just said. Like, come on, Kelly, get it out. All right, I'm going to now put on my designer series paper. Ooh, that might be fun. Let's put the speckles on there. You can see you've got different options for your designer series paper as well. Yeah, let's do that. That'll be fun. So I'm just using my Stampin' Seal, and I'm making it equal on the sides and the top, and then the bottom is where I've got that extra little bit of space. Let's put on Stampin' Seal with our textured embossed piece here. This is actually from a huge embossing folder. It's called So Swirly, and it's really handy because you can actually get 2 full cardstock bases cranked with 1 crank. This is using the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I have the mini one over my shoulder here. The big one is in the other room right now. There we go. Put my designer series paper right in the middle. It's also from that same coffee suite. This is an online exclusive item. So on the back side here, we're going to do some dimensionals. Oh, I love this. It looks so cute. Now it's time for the wobble. So I'm just putting one side of this wobble on to the cup, and I love using Take Your Pick tool to peel off these sticky backings. Just do one at a time. For this one here, it's kind of tricky to get it, so what I do is actually stab through that paper backing, and then it seems to come off a little bit easier. Put my little heart on there. Cute. And then we'll finish it off with some really adorable embellishments. These are brand new online exclusives, and they have a little bit of a ribbon through them. So they're called Pecan Pie and Clear Ribboned adhesive dots, I think. Let's take a look. Pecan Pie and Clear Ribboned Adhesive Back Dots. Oh, I nailed it. Can you guys see that little ribbon going through there? Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a hole. I thought it was sliding off there. Okay, come on, camera. There we go. That's just a hole in the bag. It made me scared for a second there. You can't see the ribbon as much in the Pecan Pie, but you sure can see it in the white, and I love that look. With the Pecan Pie, it just kind of adds a little bit more sparkle. It's really pretty, hey? And there you have it. You've got your cute little wobbly coffee cup card. So let's go through where these products come from. So we've got our annual catalog right now, but just a reminder, we have so many items in the online exclusives. From the annual catalog, the only product that I used from here is the 𝙧𝙚𝙧𝙀 is in the physical catalog, as well as the So Swirly. So on page 129, you can see all of our embossing folders. Some of them are larger and they don't have it marked here, so you just have to go online and double check the sizing if that's something that matters to you. The ones that I know for sure are larger, this swirly one, that wooden one, no, that one's regular size. This dots in a circle, what's that one called? Dotted circles is definitely bigger as well. And I think that's the only ones that I know of for sure. But we also have items from our online exclusives. So I've printed out here these are my supply sheets, and these are a wonderful thing to have. So if you want to be on my newsletter list, I can definitely add you, and then you will get access to these awesome supply sheets too. So these ones show the online exclusives as well. So a little latte, that's 12 by 12 paper. I've used a fair amount of it from here, but I can show you what I have left. So we've got some of those swirly ones on the back side. You've got the adorable little hearts that sometimes baristas can put those in your milk, and little coffee cups. These are adorable coffee cups from the sides. There's also coffee cups from the top, and that's the ones that we've cut out here for your card. On the back side of that paper, you got the coffee rings, the stains. And I don't have too many other ones here. This is like a nice plaid, looks like a tablecloth to me. And then you got the cute little coffee beans. And of course, this has coordinating products here. This is called the Latte Love Bundle. And we've got lots of coordinating dies for this one. So you've got the dies that match the different coffee cups, which those are in the other room. I have them. And then this is for the inside of your coffee cup from the top. You've got the coffee rings. This is the inside of the coffee for the cup from the side. And you have dies for all of these different things. This is like not even half of them actually. They're ready to go for a class. That's what's going on. You've even got this awesome carafe, and you can put the inside piece in there as well. You can do so many different things with this. Even a coffee pot, you can make the handle silver or metallic, whatever you want there. So that bundle is $64.75, and again, it's available online while supplies last. Clear 𝙧𝙚𝙧𝙀, I used the pecan pie blends, that So Swirly embossing folder, which I showed you already, the pecan pie clear and ribboned adhesive back dots, and those are another online exclusive, and a little latte sweet collection where you can get the designer series paper, the stamps, the dies, the ribbon, and also some awesome embellishments too, just with one item code. So that's handy. Now I wanted to tell you guys, if you love this suite, I actually have another class for this, prepped and ready to go. I just have to set a date on my calendar. So if you guys are interested in joining me for another coffee class here, yeah, I would love to have you over. I think this is an in-person class. We could maybe figure out how to do it to go if that's our only option. Definitely reach out to me. But these are the cards. My friend Lindsay and I prepped them. So they're really kind of wow cards. Got a lot going on, showing a lot of different techniques. Watercoloring, and you've got window sheets here for this awesome carafe. And then these are the cards that I designed here. We've got a fun gatefold and some awesome coloring that we're going to be doing. And then this card is my favorite here, making a shaker card. So if you're interested in that, that class actually includes a full pack of these embellishments, and it's for $30. So a really great deal for getting basically $14 product value, and then you're getting 4 cards, right, for about $15. That's pretty amazing. So just let me know if you're interested in that, and we'll get that on the calendar, okay? And you know what? If you're interested in it, I'm going to work around your schedule too. So just send me a message. I would love, love, love to have you over. Oh no, okay, so I gotta go through some comments here, and we'll just catch up with the comments because some comments have been flying by. Oh my gosh. Okay, I love the new catalog too, Priscilla. It's so beautiful. So many beautiful papers. I agree with you. And also the embellishments. I really, really love it. Oh yes. Okay, Michelle's in for the unboxing video. Who else wants an unboxing video? There is a bow maker in the mini catalog. OMG, my friends and family are getting all the DSV bows for Christmas this year. I wish I could show you this. They are dies that make the bows that you normally get them from the store, and you peel off the little backing, and then it's got all the different like loops like this, and you can make it out of designer series paper. I love that set as well. Yeah, so much fun. Oh, Priscilla agrees. She's really excited about the bow maker. And Shada's saying she didn't notice. She has to go back and check it out. I know, right? When you think you've seen everything in the catalog, you've looked through it like this, right? If you want to notice something else, start at the back and look through it upside down. You will notice something new every single time. Oh yes, free is also my favorite price. And Michelle, slightly inappropriate, she's calling this a boinger. But okay, we will go with this. This is a boinger, I guess. Boing, boing, boing. I love it. And poor Priscilla is having her splatters go everywhere except for the paper. My goodness. Yes, sometimes things get a little crazy, don't they? And you look at your hands afterwards even, and you're like, what was I doing in there? Our next project here is the first official card club project. So this is the one that everyone's going to receive, no matter if you have your cards mailed for free or if you pick them up. Everyone has this one. And I'm so excited about this project. So the finished card is going to look like this. Oh, it's so cute, right? You might have a larger sprig, bird sprig, so it might look like that. And you know what? I didn't put embellishments on the first card there. So we got these ribbon embellishments, the clear ones this time. We used the pecan pie ones on the last card. Now we're going to use the clear ones. Okay, let's start with folding our cardstock in half because that's a good place to start. And for this card, we're going to take a couple things up a notch, if you can. Okay, so this piece of what looks like white cardstock is actually not just white cardstock. It is textured wood grain cardstock. And no, I did not make this cardstock this way. It comes that way. It's in the mini catalog. It comes 12 inches by 12 inches in a beautiful white pattern. This is obviously quite cut down, but let's see if we can get the pattern to turn up. Can you guys see that? And it's all textured. It's so pretty, hey? Really subtle, but this gives us the opportunity to highlight it and really feature it in a wonderful way. So we're going to do that by using our blending brush, and I'm going to use my crumb cake ink, but you can use whatever color of ink that you want. You might also want to stamp a saying on the inside. If you do, you might want to grab the Pool Party ink. We're going to do some stamping here on the outside. It's really subtle on the camera, but you can see it in person. So some stamping here and some little leaves there. So Pool Party will do that, both of those things for you. If you want though, and if you don't have Pool Party, you can use Versamark ink. And that's going to create this tone-on-tone look. That's the color that I used, and it looks just like I used Pool Party ink on the outside of my card. So I'm going to leave the inside blank for my sample here, but you can definitely add a saying on the inside. I think that would be really pretty as well. Okay, so let's start with the first thing that I kind of mentioned, which was the crumb cake blending brush. I start off on my glass mat, which is actually available for purchase. You can get this glass mat studio, which comes with the ink cleaning wipe, which is somewhere but not here, and this fabulous little silicone base which grips your Stampin' Spots really nicely. You can do all kinds of techniques in here, water blending as well. So when you're using the Stampin' Spots, you just cut them open, and then you could actually have it open here and then use your stamp just right onto it like that. I really appreciate it for a place where I can put my things and then be able to pick it up really easily. But the glass mat makes it so nice to blend because you just start off and it doesn't waste any of the ink. It just keeps it on your blending brush. And I start going in onto the paper in one spot every time because sometimes you get this darker sort of look. And so I'm kind of putting that in the middle right behind my featured birdhouse, so that I don't have a big uneven sploosh. Always starting off the paper and then rubbing on. You can make this as inky as you want. I'm going to leave it at that. But see how it just highlights that beautiful texture of the paper? This is a really finely detailed texture, isn't it? More detailed, I think, than you would ever get if you were actually embossing it yourself. I'm going to use my simple chamois. And when you guys are using your simple chamois, it's not going to look purple for very long. The more you use it, of course, the darker it's going to get. But you just keep wetting it under warm water, I find works really, really well. And squeezing it out. And when it squeezes out clear, that means it's ready to clean some more. But you want to use your simple chamois on your stamps and also on your glass mat so that that ink that we just blended doesn't end up on every sheet of paper afterwards. I'm using this layering leaf stamp set, which might have flown under the radar for you. Did it? We have this bow punch, and this came out years ago. It's probably my favorite punch that I use because I just love adding these little greenery sprigs to everything. And then after that came out, years after actually, this layering leaf stamp set came out. And it includes 4 images that work with this larger bow, and then 2 images that work with this smaller bud kind of a punch. And then you also have this little splatter and so many beautiful sayings. So it's got sending hugs, best wishes, so happy to celebrate you, thank you so much, hello for you, thinking of you. And so I think this is a really great stamp set to get for all different kinds of things. But also I just love these little speckles. It's so much easier, hey Priscilla, than speckling things all over your workstation. There's also speckles included in the Country Birdhouse, which is the stamp set that goes along with these dies that we've used to create this birdhouse. Isn't that funny? It just shows you how popular speckles are, hey? These ones are slightly different. They're a little bit more oval, and these ones are a little bit more true dots in the layering leaves. So there you go, variety. Country Birdhouse has a lot of great sayings in there too that are nice and long. And then of course it includes the imagery, which you can cut out with the dies. Here we've used the Stampin' Up! Designer Series paper, and that's the Country Woods. It's got all these different wood grains, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Right now we'll talk about layering leaves and what we're doing to stamp on here. That's a nice Versamarque. It's been around the block for a bit, but it sure does the trick still. You just keep re-inking them, and it works like a charm. So I'm stamping with a Versamark. This is a super sticky ink that we really love to use whenever we're doing heat embossing. So that's going to be on our last card. But it also has another feature. It gives a watermark impression. So it makes it look like every color of the rainbow of ink. It'll make it look just like you had Pool Party ink and stamped onto Pool Party. And it's going to mimic every color. So if you were to get 2 ink pads, one would be black and then one would be the Versamark, and you can do so many things with that. And then of course from there you can, maybe get some kits which have the Stampin' Spots, or you can buy bundles of Stampin' Spots too. And as you progress into your crafting and want to build up your collection, you can even get individual stamp pads or even bundles of stamp pads too for our color families and in colors. So I'm just going to put equal around the 3 sides there. Now I'm going to start building my birdhouse. So I've got the back piece and I'm going to do that in the wood color. You'll see that you also have a trim piece that's in the same wood color, and then a scalloped trim piece that's going to be in an accent color. I'm going to use actually this lighter gray color, and then a base piece here that's going to be in that same accent color. So you got 2 different kinds of wood going on, but hey, I think that works. This one here has got a nice accent with some of the blue on there, but you just mix and match to figure out which ones you like. So this one here, you can see the scallop fits really nicely inside of this L-shaped peak. But what I'm going to do is just flip it over, and I'm going to use an embossing, I'm going to use a dimensional to hold this together. So I'm nesting them nicely, and then now I can start sticking them together with these dimensionals. There we go. Oh, you know what would be cute too, actually? Maybe that's cuter, I don't know. It's too many patterns for me now. I gotta go with the simple. Oy, oy, oy. I'm funny like that. That pink would be cute on there too. Maybe somebody else will do that and then they'll show me a picture. And then I'll feel like, oh, I wish I did that. On the back side of this little bottom ledge, I'm going to put on 3 Stampin' Dimensionals. You embrace the mess? Yeah. That's good. That's a good way to be when you're crafting, right? I embrace the mess in many places in my life right now. Like my children home on summer vacation. I have no choice but to embrace the mess. This one here, I just think is so cute. We've got dimensionals to pop it up. And then now I'm going to put more dimensionals on because I love dimensionals. So there, here, there we go. Now I'm going to put these little punched sprigs on here too. And before I do that, I'm just going to take a look and see how far I kind of want to put them out. You don't want them overhanging your card base too much. But you'll see if I put some Stampin' Seal here, that'll hold it on just perfectly. Yeah, my kids got into the wooden trains the other day. They were begging to play with their wooden trains again, and I had packed them up and put them in the rafters in the garage because we've got such an amazing wooden train set that we've collected over the years. Bridges and buildings and switchbacks and splitters and all these different things, and oh man, it sure provided our family with hours and hours of entertainment. And so I'm not ready to get rid of it, but when the kids wanted to have it out again, I was like, oh no, I don't want to. But we did it, and they played with it for hours and hours and hours. But I said, you know what, this week My son is at a camp at 𝘎𝙧𝙚𝙚𝙚𝙨, and my daughter's at daycare every day. Like, no, it's time to get it cleaned up. So we cleaned it up on Sunday night, and you know what? I really like clean as well. We're just having this little branch coming in for the side. This one here was kind of perched on a branch, and so I tucked the branch in behind there, and now it looks like he's just perched right on that birdhouse. This sprig I just made floating in the air. I didn't do any rhyme or reason there, so depending on what you have here, I think you can be, you know, a little bit flexible in terms of how you want your design to be. Does anyone recognize these? I'll give you a minute to type it out. I'm going to adhere this onto my cardstock base. I'm using my trusty Stampin' Seal. I just love this product. And if you're having trouble with it, please reach out to me. As with anything, I want to help make a solution for you. One of the things that people do have trouble with this is sometimes there's no adhesive on the tip, and that's because they've probably glued something and then not done a check mark at the end. So the glue has stayed attached to, I don't know if you can see that, stayed attached to the paper. And so that will take the adhesive off the end there. So that's a little bit tricky to get in the habit of. But once you get in the habit of doing a little check mark at the end, or a little twist even as you're breaking your end of your adhesive, I find I have zero issues with Stampin' Seal. I just love this product, and it sticks really nicely. It's the perfect balance actually of stickiness. You want it sticky enough that it stays stuck for a long time, but you also want it flexible enough that you can take it off if you happen to put it on crooked, right? That never happens. Totally happens to me. I think yesterday I put it together a piece and took it apart. It was actually this card. I put together and took apart the birdhouse location 4 times. Talk about indecisive. I was having a rough go yesterday with placing this beautiful bow. This one here came together a lot easier. I kept putting the house up a little bit higher. Oh, I want it up a little bit higher. Oh, too high. And then, yeah, I got myself into this mess of having to take it apart over and over again. Cute card, right? And if you want to, oh, where's the one? You can put on a saying. This is the one from the Layered Leaves. So happy to celebrate you. That can go, you know, for many different occasions, right? So did you guys figure out where these birds are from? Yes, no, maybe so. Nobody's writing in. All right, I'll just tell you. We've got new designer series paper. This is called Nests of Winter. It's a 12 by 12 paper that's featured in our new mini catalog. So I can't show you in the catalog, but I can show you physical products that I have. And this paper is just so stunningly gorgeous. It really has the feel of papers that we've had in the past, but it's a Christmas version of it. And you're going to love crafting with this. You've got all kinds of cute little birds that you can cut out and put on your projects. We've also got like a birch wood with a whole bunch of birds in there too. The back side of that one is these cute little, I don't know, they look like dandelions, but I'm sure they're not. This one here is meant to be card fronts, so you would just cut them into a rectangle and you can put a saying on there. You can do some embellishing. Looks like pussy willows to me. These are all really soft, beautiful pinks and grays. And then of course you've got the green sprigs on there, which really make it Christmassy. Basic black, blueberry bushel, cherry cobbler, coastal cabana, copper clay, crumb cake, daffodil delight, garden green, granny apple green, gray granite, night of navy, pumpkin pie, real red, shaded spruce. Holy cow, they've got colors in that paper, hey? So that one actually has coordinating products that are coming out with it. They've got the Winterly Treetops. Again, these are not available this month. This is starting September 4th with our new mini catalog. Winterly Treetops is a beautiful stamp set that includes some of the imagery that you can see from the designer series paper. So these ones here, and also this one here are featured in the designer series paper, and you get a stamp of it. And they've given you dies to cut out those beauties as well. So like this one here, we'll cut out. Will it? Yes, it will. Here it is. And then this one here also has a die to cut it out. This little bough has a die, and this branch. And then you have some dies that are standalone too. So these fir sprigs, and then this great frame which cuts out the frame but has these fir branches coming into it, and then some other little sprigs too. So this is, I think, definitely one that you're going to want to add onto your list. It's such a beautiful set all around. And then coordinating with this as well, there's the Birchwood 3D embossing folder, and this is one of the big honkers. So one of the new double-sized ones, and this one gives us really nice birch 3D impression. You can do it, of course, vertical, or you can do 2 horizontal card fronts there. All of these products are going to be available September 4th. What is available right now? Well, I'm so glad that you asked, because we do have quite a few products from this card available right now. So from page 50 and 51 of our annual catalog, you can see this Country Woods. This is a mega suite. So we've got 2 bundles, 2 designer series papers, a beautiful embossing folder, embellishments, and ribbon. I've used the Country Woods, I haven't used a stamp set, but I used the dies. And I wanted to show you how I use these. So I use washi tape to my advantage a lot. What I did to get perfect placement on that center birdhouse hole every time, I put a piece of like copier paper, plain white paper, or you could use your grid paper or scrap paper, whatever you want. And then I placed this ring on top of it. Over top of that, I put washi tape, so that holds it in place so that every single time when it cuts it out, it's going to be in the same spot for everybody. I also used washi tape so that when we were cutting this out, this little border piece here would nest perfectly. And that meant that we could actually put it onto the paper and get 3 of them out of one strip of, I think it was 4-inch by 12-inch paper. So you can really maximize your die cutting when you do things like that. The other pieces that we use for this card, of course, are this scalloped border and then this little perch. There's another little border here too. I thought it was all right with just the simplicity of the 2 of those items, so I just went with that, but you could definitely add another accent piece. This is really cute. If you wanted to turn your birdhouse into, oops, good thing my washi tape stood up until now, hey? If you want to turn your birdhouse into, instead of mounted on a tree, like what we're kind of implying on this card, this could be actually on a post or something like that. It's got these little decorative scrolls. You got this cute little bow on a string, lots of flowers and little leaves, and then this little bird that gets cut out from the stamp set. So this is a great bundle. And then the designer series paper that we used is the Country Woods paper. And this one's all wood grains. Sometimes we've had this in the past, a version of this in the past, but it's had other textiles. This one is truly just wood grains. So every single one of them is wood grains. And I like the different features and undertones in each one. Sometimes they go more with the beige color, sometimes they go more with the gray colors. And again, we used our adorable little embellishments. Pecan pie and clear. These are the ribboned adhesive dots. Oh, I should show you these. These are new embellishments from the mini catalog. They're called Earth Tone Shimmer Gems, and they're a part of that same suite with all those birds that I was showing you. Okay, so that's all from the Country Woods page. And then we also have the Layering Leaf stamp set and the punch on page 77. Make sure you get that punch. I think you're going to love it. It's just so easy to take some scrap paper and have some little leaves on your project. Excuse me. On page 100, down at the bottom left here, you can see that wood textured 12 by 12 specialty paper. 2 sheets of 12 inch by 12 inch for $7. I think that's a great deal for such detailed paper that I don't think you can recreate on your own using embossing folders. Why was I showing this one here? I have no idea why I have this page flagged for this card. Did we use metallics? No. I wanted to show this page, to be honest, for the last card. So I will put that down like that. I don't know why I did that. And then on page 124, of course, are blending brushes, which come in 2 different sizes. I like to have an assortment of sizes. I don't know if you're like me. The bigger ones are quite big. The smaller ones are nice and small. And, you know, in between the 2 of those, I think you can really get the job done. Huge shout out to Stampin' with Diane. I used this card as kind of a layout inspiration. I'm doing that a lot lately. Have you been doing that more now that the annual catalog also has those card sketch layouts? This one here is very similar, but I really liked the amount of designer series paper and then that frame that she had. So I just looked at this card and I thought, oh, you know what? This is going to be perfect to go with my birdhouse in the middle. So she's done this really beautiful focal element and we've got our birdhouse, but essentially it is basically the same layout, right? I forgot to show you my inspiration or the alternate card idea for the first card that we did there with the, what was that term that you used? Wobbler. This is the card here where I was kind of inspired by. This is adorable, isn't it? That cute little hamster. And this is by Marsha Gray. I received these swaps on the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip. The incentive trip is achieved by less than 1% of demonstrators globally. And I got to go to Mexico with my friends in May and we had such a blast. I'm working my way towards Disney World. I've got 1 month and basically 10 days left to earn it. And guys, you're going to see some promotions coming from me too. And I sure appreciate your orders and your support here to try and get to that amazing achievement. This year was a tricky year, and so I have not earned it this late in a long time. I've earned 5 trips so far, but yeah, this has been a tricky year for me. So I appreciate you, and if you want to place an order, I sure appreciate that, and I'm happy to reward you with some really beautiful products like that designer series paper. That's that free gift this month. This card, oh, thank you, Michelle. Go Kelly, go, yeah. Whew. Ah, yes. This card here is so stunningly gorgeous. I can't wait to share it with you. It's got a couple of different variations in the layout, but I'll show you one of them here. So this card features incredible textured embossing on this golden leaf, as well as on this pretty peacock paper. I did a little bit of stamping here. You can just grab a leaf from your collection. I did, of course, the coordinating matchy-matchy one to this suite, but I used the Lost Lagoon, but you could use, again, Versamark would be a great option for this. That would give you a tone-on-tone look. This one here, I've added even a little bit more excitement onto this card. I've done some Winkostella, just tracing around just the outline here of the leaves. And it just adds that extra little bit of sparkle. Again, some stamping up here at the top. So let's get started on this one. No designer series paper on this one, hey? Kind of like monochromatic with a hint of basic beige. Love that. And I am very inspired by a demonstrator who's named Laura Secchi, and she did a version of this card here that had this fold down. So I don't know if you can see it. Take a look at your card. In one of the corners is going to be a diagonal score line that we put into the paper. Kathy and I put into the paper before this card edge gets folded over. So we did that first, and then we put it through the embossing folder so that you would get the impression of that, but you wouldn't have the tearing like if you were to do it after you had all these leaves embossed on the paper. So what do you think? Should we do tracing with the 𝙬𝙧𝙚𝙚? I'm feeling a little bit like I want to do a faster version tonight just for you. And I'm just going to do a little bit of splatter. Splatter 𝙬𝙧𝙚𝙚. For me, you can never go wrong. There we go. And I'll let that dry to the side here for a second. Now you might have an oval, kind of an elongated oval piece for your sentiment, or you might have the circle. I'm going to use my Lost Lagoon ink. Again, that's matchy-matchy for the cardstock base, so Lost Lagoon ink. And I'm going to use a saying from the Changing Leaves. What do you think? Should I do another card with a little note to brighten your day? Or you are amazing in every single way? I kind of like that one. When you're putting your stamps onto your block, I highly recommend just laying them on the table and then using your block to actually pick it up. So then you can get it straight on your block, and you also don't get it kind of warping or curling. If you're laying it down like this, sometimes you might have a little bend that happens. So unless you're trying to have that happen, which is definitely a look as well. Sometimes you want it to fit like arching over something. You can do that with photopolymer. But most of the time though, you want that on nice and straight. Just lay it on your table. You are amazing. Oop. I have to make sure that I'm stamping away from that little silicone mat. You are amazing in every single way. On the back side of that, I'm going to put my ribbon. So first of all, I'm going to tie my ribbon in a little bit of a knot. You might have a kind of shorter piece of ribbon. There we go. And my friend Kathy, who helps out with so much of my prepping, the die cutting and things like that, she also helps me to clean up the messes that I make in my craft room. But she had a saying when she felt this ribbon, she's like, oh, soft ribbon, easy to tie means it's hard to cut. And this one is a little bit tricky. You kind of have to be gentle with it. Make sure you're using scissors that don't have any adhesive on them. I would highly recommend having a pair of snips that you use for paper and for adhesives, and maybe one that you tie some ribbon onto that you use just for ribbon so that you don't end up with sticky little goobers moving your ribbon around too much. I'm going to put a little bit of Stampin' Seal on the back. Oops, I was doing my demo of what to do and what not to do with Stampin' Seal, and I had that advancing problem that I was talking to you about. Now I've got my ribbon behind there. I'm going to put dimensionals wherever the ribbon is not. I always have these weird long dimensional sheets in different sizes because I have so many kits that I use in my business and for my own crafting. But no matter what size of dimensional sheet you've got going on, make sure you snip up these edges and use those up too. They're great for stuff like this, especially where you know, you need something like a little bit longer, right? Look at these, are perfect. I'm also going to put a little bit of Stampin' Seal just on the back of that knot. Ooh, I sabotaged myself by taking those backers off. I'll put this to the side. It's a booby trap now. Okay, also for dimensionals, let's put some dimensionals here onto our piece that's going to be folded over. I like that with this look you get the embossed and the debossed look. And I can't figure out which one I like better. Do you guys have a preference? Stamp and seal on the back side of this. There we go. And we can put dimensional on here. Normally I'm pretty cautious about putting dimensionals onto vellum, but with this vellum it's so patterned, highly patterned, that I find I'm not seeing the dimensional through. Plus I'm going to put this over top. So you are amazing in every single way. The final little embellishment here. Where's my stabby tool? Oh, take your pick tool. There it is. I've only got like 4 of these with all the different attachments. But I didn't find the one that I really wanted. If you haven't treated yourself yet to a take your pick tool, you should get one. Honestly, you won't look back. The standard one comes with this little putty tool, which you can use. It's sticky on the end there, and you can use for picking up all kinds of little things, like placing sequins onto adhesive dots and things like that. Then you've got the little stabby tool. This is the one that I use the most. It also comes with a palette attachment, and you just turn these around. And then it comes with 2 scoring tools as well. So you can use that for scoring something like this. And then you can also get different attachments here. So you can crank this piece out, and you could put in the die brush piece. This is great for poking the holes in die cut pieces and separating the paper from your metal dies. This here, those are the 2 embossing tools that come with the regular one. So this comes with a little mat. This is a smaller version of it. Then there's also these brand new ones. This is like a, I don't know, X-Acto knife kind of blade, but it's so pointy and so sharp. It's really nice. If you're ever cutting your stamps, like modifying those, it works really, really well. I open all of my designer series papers with this edge, and even my cardstocks when I'm using them. And that one comes with these other attachments too. So this one has like almost like a dentist hook there. Can you see that? And this one's super pointy. It's nice to have all these different options. So if you're looking at how to get up to that $100, treat yourself. Get up to $100 this month and you can get that paper for free, right? Oh no, look at what I did. I put this on and I didn't do my stamping. Well, that's funny, isn't it? Well, that's okay. We were just talking about some of the benefits of our Stamp and Seal, right? Some of the benefits are that we can take apart our projects even after we've glued them together. So I can just peel this back and I can do my stamping. I'm going to go with Versamark this time. Get a real true tone-on-tone color. I'm going to use a matching leaf. You can see the changing leaves has 3 different leaves, and I can't wait to show you this product here in a little bit closer detail. Where's my Versamark? There it is. So get out my Versamark, which looks a little grungy, but sure does the trick. And I'm going to have my leaf kind of coming out, just adding that extra little bit of detail. Now let's put this back down. There we go. cute, right? 3 different leaves, 3 totally unique looks, but I think all of them really coordinate so nicely. So again, this is an online exclusive item. So changing leaves, this is available to everyone right now. Ooh, except if it's sold out. I didn't check the inventory status right now, but just go into the online store and search up changing leaves, and then you'll be able to see this bundle and if it's in stock or not. This comes with 3 products in the bundle. There's an embossing folder, the stamp set, and then also these dies. The dies are really awesome because we have those stitched shapes for putting your different sayings in. You also have standalone leaves that you can add as like different decorative elements. And then you have this pack of the 3 images, and these perfectly coordinate with the sizes of the leaves. There we go. So it's going to perfectly cut those out, the stamped images as well. But my favorite by far feature of this suite is that this is a hybrid embossing folder. So what you're going to do is take your large die, nest it in here, and now you can put 1 piece of paper in here, fold this closed. When you crank this through your machine, your Big Boss, it has to be the Big Boss because it's nice and wide, it's actually going to texture the paper and cut it out. So that's what I did for the leaves here to create that textured look. Now, of course, you can just use the embossing folder on its own. That's what we did for the Pretty Peacock piece. So you have the options here to use these products. I think I counted out 7 different ways. You can use just the stamps. You can use just the embossing folder. You can use just the dies, right? Those dies work really, really well on their own. You could use the stamps with the dies. You can use the stamps with the dies and embossing as well, so you can get the texture on there too. You could use just the dies and the embossing folder. And what was the other way? I think that's all 7. Is anyone counting? I wrote these out in an email the other day and I realized that it was 7 different ways, but I hope I listed all 7 ways there. So versatile, and versatile for different seasons too. You don't have to have these representing fall. I think leaves are, you know, a wonderful year-round element to put onto your project. So let's focus back here on our annual catalog. The embellishments that I featured are the Faceted Gems Trio Pack. These ones come with Smoky Slate, Clear, and Lost Lagoon. So you can see Lost Lagoon here down at the bottom. Got the clear, and it's a subtle difference, but up here at the top is the Smoky Slate. Clear, Smoky Slate. There's a whole bunch hidden under the tab here too. So everything else for this project actually comes from online. So once again, we go to our project or product sheets. The Changing Leaves bundle is for $74.50, which I think is a great value considering the size and the detailed nature of those stamps, dies, and then of course you get that embossing folder too. The Gold Mercury vellum is a fun new addition to our online store as well. And this one has 3 different patterns. So let me see if I can show you. And this is one of them. Ooh, camera doesn't like that. So one of them. This one kind of looks to me like puddles. This one looks like paint splatters. And this one looks like, let's see if I can show you. This one looks a bit like chaos. You see the difference between those two? It's subtle. But I really like this product. You've got the translucent nature of the vellum on there, but you also got the gold foil. I don't know. It checks all the boxes for me. And gold, I don't know. Gold seems to be the color of the month for me, hey? Okay, and then What else do we have here? Clear Wink of Stella. We also have this beautiful, very vanilla satin ribbon. This would be gorgeous to use for tying bows on presents and things like that. This also can be colored with our Stampin' Blends because it's just that nice vanilla color. So make sure you add that to your shopping list too. So if you're wondering how to place an online order, you just go to stampingwithkelly.stampinup.net. So stamping has a G, Stampin' Up only has an IN at the end. And then you just go to shop and make sure you get a host code from me because then it will count towards Card Club and getting you some rewards like free projects, or even if you're a Card Club member, you can get free host rewards at the end of the 6-month duration. And so just make sure you're putting in that host code if you're placing an online order. This last card here, can you tell what's going on? We've got some scored lines here. We've got a fun fold. This is a fun fold that my friend Meg shared, actually. Meg Lovin. She did an online tutorial with it, and so I copied some of her dimensions, and I just love the way that this card opens up and folds out. I think it's just really, really fun and clever. And of course, one of the things that we like is that it stands up on its own and that it's not too complicated to open, right? You just pull it open and it's easy to figure out. So yay, thank you, Meg, for that amazing idea. One problem that I haven't pointed out to Meg is that unfortunately one of her dimensions was off when I was prepping these cards. So this piece here is 11 inches by 5.5 inches. That means you're left with a strip here. You don't get 2 card bases out of one piece of 8.5 by 11, but hey, this is a beautiful card design and we're all right with that, right? You want to score at 1 3/4 of an inch, 3.5, 5 1/4, and 7 inches. Her tutorial unfortunately said 1 1/4 inch, so we scored at 1 1/4 inch, and that's why you've got this extra score line. We did all of the projects before we realized the problem, and by we I mean it was Kathy and me crafting away, but she's like, I knew there was a problem because it should have just been equal, right? But anyways, she was following my notes, which came from Meg's lovely design, and hey, we all make mistakes, but now we had a little bit of a problem of an extra score line that we needed to cover up. So you got an extra bonus piece of designer series paper out of this little problem. What do we say? Happy accident, right? Oh, I know. I love Meg too. Yeah, she is just such a wonderful, dear person. Yeah, she's a great demonstrator. She's from Illinois. And would you believe it? I've seen her twice already this year. How lucky for me. So this is the piece that's going to go onto that front. Did you guys see what I did there? I just did an accordion score on that. So just scoring it, the back piece, and then all these pieces are just going to fold on top of it. This piece here is purposely cut a little bit longer because I wanted to make sure that that panel was completely covered. And you guys know I don't like little cardstock gaps. So let's put this on first so that we don't have to look at that extra score line, and we can imagine that nobody ever makes mistakes. Even though we all make mistakes. We'll just cover that right up. Then I'm going to just take my snips, go from the back side and snip off that extra 1/8 of an inch. Like I said, I do that on purpose so that it makes sure that the cardstock, sorry, the designer series paper goes all the way from the top to the bottom. Now let's start with the back of our card, and we're going to build it up from there. So what you need for that piece is a smaller piece of garden green, or very vanilla, and a piece of vellum. So this is a brand new online offering that has so many gorgeous elements in it. Got a gorgeous pack of designer series paper that's a specialty paper, and then also vellum paper as well. It comes in the 3 different patterns. And then it has dies and sayings and images. It has everything. So let's work on putting this together here first. So starting with the vanilla piece, we will have our spot for putting our message. So this is where you put, your little handwritten message. And then on the back side of that, I'm using Stamp and Seal for everything for this part. So 3 strips. And then we've got that centered there. Now that I know what parts are being covered by my cardstock pieces, I can put adhesive on. You just want to make sure that you don't have anything showing through that vellum. And you're going to put this right into the crease and then center it top to bottom. You might have an extra little bit that needs to come off here, just based on where that fold is, might affect how that piece of vellum lays down nicely on your card. So now you've got a second piece here of the garden green color. This one has a score in the middle. The dimensions for this are 6.5 inches by 3.25 inches, and you're going to score at the halfway mark, which is 3.25 inches. On this piece, this is a piece that gets kind of adhered to the different panels of the accordion. So we're going to take this piece of gold. I like the gold for the front because it has maybe a little bit less going on than the other pattern piece. You might want to score this one nicely. Sorry, burnish it. It's already scored. You're going to burnish it before you get your designer series paper on there. And this one here with the bells, we'll put on the inside. Love the colors of the greens on this designer series paper. I kind of gravitated towards this brighter color, this garden green, but there's also old olive in there and mossy meadow. For this piece, I'm actually going to just take my angle off of these little squares that are printed on it. I'm just trimming a little angle here. This has a subtle layer underneath this tag. I'm putting that to the edge of the green, kind of most of the way down. And then for this little green tag, you might have noticed, you could stamp this with black or with Versamark, and I did Versamark and then I did heat embossing over the top with some gold. So I'm going to do that again because I just think it's so beautiful. I love heat embossing. I'm using stamps from this mega suite, and this is called Greetings of the Season. It has so many awesome greetings. So it has sayings for inside the card and the outside of the card, and you can build them up. You can even use these for tags. So this one says, may your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Season greetings, love and joy for you. And then you've also got these ones that you can mix and match up here at the top. So you've got happy in cursive and holidays in caps, or you can go happy in all caps and put holidays in cursive. And of course you can go happy holidays or happy holidays in the matching fonts. So think about that, how you can mix and match and really customize that card to look as classy or as simple and straightforward with those capitals as you want. What I really love about this one too is that you got these to and from stamps, and those are great for tags. And speaking of tags, they thought of that because the matching dies for this bundle have all tags. And you can see they've got the little dots on there that get impressed into the paper. They've even got the little holes that get cut out too. You've got tags of all shapes and sizes, 3, 6, 9 of them. And so this is, again, another online exclusive, It's a bundle where you can bundle and save 10% by getting these two items together. But this is a huge winner for me. I think you'd get a lot of use out of this. So I'm going to use this Season's Greetings because it's put together so nicely and it's mounted on my block and it's ready to roll. And that to me means it's perfect. So using my Versamark, this is another Versamark that I have. It's so clean, isn't it? My other one probably is like, that's probably my original one before I was even a demonstrator, maybe. Probably 18, 19 years old. And you just keep re-inking it, and it works like a charm. Another great item to get if you're looking at trying to get up to $100 so that you can get that awesome pack of paper is the Embossing Basics Kit. So this comes with a tray, comes with these great ceramic tipped reverse tweezers. So when you press on them, they open, and when you leave them, then they're closed. So it's great for, you know, kind of having a third hand. Another thing that I forget to use on a consistent basis, so much so that it's almost ridiculous, is the Embossing Buddy. That also comes in this Embossing Basics toolkit. It's a little pack of paper. I'm using my heat tool to heat set this now. It's a little packet of powder. Takes a minute to go, but when it starts going, it's beautiful. So it's melting the powder into the paper to create this gorgeous embossed look. So we have heat embossing and we also have texture embossing. So make sure you check out those Embossing Basics tools. You can look at those online, of course, or they're in the annual catalog too. I don't know if I have those marked, to be honest, on our little catalog tour here. We'll see if we can find them quickly. Some dimensionals on the back side of that. And then that goes here. You guys know I love seeing pictures of your projects too. And if you get a chance, snap a picture of your projects when you're all finished. Send them over to me. And if it's okay with you, you know, let me know. I would love to have them, you know, featured on my Facebook page as well, showing, you know, how everyone's interpreting these basic supplies that I've given you, and then how you're making it your own. Oh my goodness, I'm having issues with this twisting. This little trim is so perfect for those tags that I was just showing you. It would fit perfectly in those little holes. The holes that come whenever you die cut those out. So I'm getting this ready to go with the glue dot on the back. I just leave it there ready, waiting for me. I can now use my little gold foil bells. And I'm just going to put a dimensional on the smaller one, just to create a little bit of excitement. Now, when I was trying to put this together, we kind of thought, oh, there's just too much gold on gold happening. I want vellum, and then I realized we do have vellum in that same vellum pack as those boughs, and there's one with sprigs too, actually. This one here is also included, and it has a really fun textured look, as well as including that the features of the vellum, which we love so much, which are the fact that you can see through it, kind of translucent. So then I'm going to use my die brush. This is when a die brush really comes in handy, and it just pops out all of these little pieces here. These are fun little sprigs that are from a die pack that's also a part of the same mega suite. So remember we talked about those sayings and the tag dies. Well, there's another whole bundle included in a suite called a mega suite. And these I'm going to put on the front here. You might have, you know, one big kind of sprig. There's actually 3 different options. You might have a sprig that looks like that, a sprig that looks like that, or you might have these little boughs. So using my glue dots, I'm just going to put a couple of glue dots on each one here. There we go. And I might, for this one, do it a little bit different than what I did last night. Last night I know I'm going to still do the same thing. I'm going to eyeball it, and then the last thing I'm going to do is put on that vellum piece. So I'm going to put my sprigs on here first. Oops. Oh no, I just ripped off my glue dot. Well, that was inconvenient. I think I got another one right here. There we go, some sprigs, and then on the back side of this bell here, this is the larger bell, I'm going to, I don't want to see the end of those sprigs out the back necessarily. Let's see if we can put it together a little bit differently. There we go. So then the bells just come like this. We'll put our beautiful tied bow on there, snip the ends off. You can leave those as long as or as short as you want. And then now that I know what parts of the vellum are being covered up, I can go to the back side here, put on some Stampin' Seal, and that's going to go on just like that. To put on this piece, I highly recommend using tear tape. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Priscilla. So before you put on your second one here, you might just want to measure out on your card. So how it's going to go is it's going to be lined up with that. And then basically you've got 1 inch, I think, to kind of put your adhesive so that it doesn't glue your card shut. So I'm going to be safe and probably go about 3/4 of an inch in. There we go. So leaving the rest of this open because I don't want to glue my card shut. Now's when your take your pick tool really comes in handy. Last night we had such a weird storm come through. The sky was green at my house and I was heading to the basement, but my kids were upstairs in the bonus room. And then sure enough, we just got our online card class underway, and then the power went out. Oh my gosh, crazy. So can you guys see what's happening here? We're going to put that inner part face down, and I'm lining it up with the green piece that's already there. Then I can fold this right on top of it, and then I'm going to fold the front panel right on top of that. And then ta-da, you've got your beautiful fun fold card that opens up and stays standing, but really has a lot of wow factor, I think. I like the gold too. Do you like the gold, Priscilla? Is that part of what's so stunning about this card? I think so. I really like these beautiful elements. So where did these products come from? Well, a lot of them are online, like I was mentioning, right? And we do have some from our annual catalog though, so let me show you which ones. This punch here is a really fun new concept that Stampin' Up! Is, I think, testing to see what we like best. There's 2 different options for this actually. It's on page 58 and 59, and it says dies or punch. So we've got a stamp set for each of these bundles, and you can choose to get the bundle with dies or with a punch. So I actually chose the punch this time, but if you were to get the dies for the exact same price as a punch, you would get 3 of these dies to cut out 3 shapes at a time. And they're individual dies, they're not mounted together like they would appear here. So you can actually do really fun like little peekaboo cards like this project up here. Just like that. Can you see that blue one there? It's cute, right? So same thing here, but for this keeping tabs, the punch is 32, or for half the price, you can actually get a die with the same pattern and the same score line and everything on there. So what would you choose? Are you gonna go, okay, so Priscilla already's put her vote down. She says team punch. What team are you guys? I'm kind of team both. Is that a thing? Okay. I really find there's like a time and a place for a die, and I really like when I can get the die cutting done and it's really efficient, but I find that I really gravitate towards my punches. And so when I'm looking for a shape to put a sentiment on, I automatically in my head think punch, and that's just how my brain works. So even if you're watching on the replay, I want to know, are you team punch? Are you team die? What are you? On page 101, you can see a little bit here of our Simply Scored scoring tool. This one is just fabulous. It's got these grooves and it's got markers all along here so that you can make really fun projects like boxes or fun folds, anything like that that you're wanting to score. This tool just makes it so much easier. On page 110, I wanted to show you, there's a few different options for foil right now. We've got a, whoa, well, that just exploded. Okay, we've got the gold foil sheets. These ones are the ones that were used on your project. These are a flat gold. They're shiny, but it's not textured, is what I mean by flat. And the silver you can get like that as well. You can also get, there's this new product, and it's on page 110. It's called Textured Metallic Specialty Paper. And this is really fun. It comes in 3 different colors in one pack. So it's got bright copper, gold, and tungsten, which is like kind of a darker silver color. So this is the bright copper. And I don't know if you can see there, it actually has a bit of texture on there. It almost looks like almost a linen kind of a look, but obviously it's metallic, so it's not linen. But this is the gold, and this is the tungsten. This is that kind of like gunmetal silver color. I really like these. And they're a little bit more perhaps forgiving than the flat. Oh my gosh, my packaging is getting stuck all over the place. Okay, just a second here. Let me control the situation. There we go. Get that closed up. So the gold foil sheets, if they get a little crease or score in them, you can really see that it's kind of a little bit damaged. So sometimes even when you're die cutting, right, like your plates might crease into your gold foil or any foil that you're using. So you might like the look of the textured metallic paper because it just makes it look a little bit more distressed all over. On page 113, you can see the ribbons that we used. This is a 2-pack of ribbon. It's called the Gold and Silver 8-inch Trim Combo Pack. So the gold and the silver color. And that's number 9 on here, so you can see it in the catalog there as well. Now, what's not in the catalog? So many items from here, actually. So this is the Golden Greenery Bundle. This is the one that I haven't showed you yet. This one comes with imagery, and it's also part of that same mega pack. So you can see 2-step stamping for the bells. So you can stamp that, and then you can stamp like a highlight. So that could be like maybe wild wheat or something like that. And then this could be gold embossing over the top, or whatever colors that you want. And then all these beautiful sprigs and berries. And then the dies for this one, gosh, there's so many in this one. This is what we've used for the front of your cards. So either you got those or you got one of those. And then there's all these dies here. So these are standalones, right? They don't coordinate with imagery. They don't cut out imagery. But these ones all cut out the stamped images. So it's really great to be able to have all those different options within one die pack. Again, this is a new online exclusive bundle, Golden Greenery. It's part of the, what is it called? Green and Gold, I think. Season of Green and Gold? Yeah, Season of Green and Gold Suite. So if you were to get the entire suite collection, that one would include both of the bundles. So like this one that I showed you before as well. And then it also has our gorgeous designer series paper. Okay, Michelle is voted here. She's team anti-fussy cut. Bring on the punches and the dies. Okay, so she's team both like I am. No fussy cut. This designer series paper is called Season of Green and Gold, and it is stunningly spectacular. So one side of all of these sheets is got that gold embossing on there. Can you see it? This one's a really pretty sheet. We use this one just for that little accent that's got those little squares on it, or diamonds. And then some of these are duplicates because I had to open up 2 packages to get these cards prepped. There's a bigger sheet of some of the bells that were featured on your cards. This one here is that accent on the front, the accent strip on the front. And then the backs of these is, you know, a nice mixture of these beautiful green colors. So Old Olive, Mossy Meadow, Garden Green, mostly Old Olive and Mossy Meadow on the back sides, I've noticed. The Garden Green is quite a bit brighter. That's the card color that was featured on your card. Then we also have online exclusive, this Graceful Greenery Vellum. And we've used this on our project too. So this is a larger sheet of it here. And then we also have, well, it comes in a pack of 3. One of them has this like kind of frosted window sort of a look. These beautiful branches. And again, this is vellum, so you can see my hand underneath there. Same thing here. You can do so many fun things with vellum. And it stands up a little bit better than cardstock when it's being folded. So if you wanted to make fun boxes or fun folds, vellum is a great option. Then we use the Label with Love punch, or you can use the Label with Love dies bundle. And I use this 2 1/4 inch circle punch as well for the card. So now we're wrapping up here. I want to know, this is so important to me. Get your little fingers ready to go here and tell me, do you like the Fun Fold card? Do you like the Golden Leaves card? Do you like the Birdhouse card the best? Or are you feeling jazzed about this latte card? Which one do you like the best? Please write in the comments, no matter if you're watching on the replay or live. Ooh, the Boinger coffee card, says Priscilla. That's awesome. I'm glad you like that one. Green and Gold Fun Fold. Yay, Michelle. I know we had last night lots of people who were tied, and they liked them all, which is kind of a wonderful place to be. So I try to give you lots of variety in terms of the colors and everything like that, and the style. This one's a little bit more cutesy, right? This one's quite elegant. And this one, of course, is a fun fold, which some people feel is overwhelming. But I think that this one is a really easy to manage one, like once you wrap your head around it, right? And then, of course, you can't go wrong with a good old Boinger. Oh my goodness, it's been so much fun crafting with you guys. Thank you for crafting along. And so if you would like to join me for some future crafting, make sure you reach out to me. I can add you to my email list, and we can keep you up to date with all my in-person classes and any of my online classes. And I also have some specials coming up here. So make sure you get your orders in for August. And if you want to claim that gorgeous designer series paper that I showcased in the beginning, what's it called? All About Autumn. This one here. It's a $24.50 value. It's when you purchase at least $100 with me this month. And that has to be after you use your Bonus Days coupons. So use your Bonus Days coupons, and then if you spend $100 at least with me, then you will receive one of these paper packs. I can't wait to spoil you with that because I just think it's such a special treat to have that one. It's retired for a few years, and even when it was in stock, it actually sold out. So I think I've got 9 of those, and so make sure to get in your orders so that you don't miss out on those. Anyways, I hope you had fun, and I really hope that we get to craft together again very, very soon. Take care. Good night.